elective mathematics question number 4. If you have not watched the question 2 and question 3, it is on the channel. The link will be put in the description of this video so that you can go and watch it. So let's take this question. The function g is defined on the set R of real numbers by what? G of s to be equal to maps to what? 5s plus 7 or dividing 3s plus 2, where we're given a condition that s is not equal to negative 2 on 3. So we have to find the value of s if the inverse of g of s is equal to g of negative 2. So we are going to solve this step by step so that all of us will get the understanding of how to go about a question in this form. So first of all, if they say that g of what? The inverse of g is equal to what? Is equal to g of 2. What it means that when you find the inverse of what? G, it must be equal to when you find what? The value of what? G of 2, which means that when you have, let's say you have g of negative 2, this will be equal to g of s. Let's say the g is given to us as what? The g is equal to what? That will be 5s plus what? 7 all over what? 3s plus 2. Now, at this point, our g of 2, g of negative 2 will be equal to what? Whenever you see s in this value, in this function, you put what? Negative 2 there. So it will be 5. So it will be 5 into bracket negative 2 plus 7, or dividing what? 3 into bracket negative 2 plus what? 2. Now, when you simplify this, you get a negative 10 plus what? 7, or dividing negative 6 plus 2. So our g of negative 2 is equal to this. So g of negative 2 will be equal to negative 10 plus 7 will give us negative 3, or dividing negative 6 plus 2 give us negative 4. So g of negative 2 will give us, this negative will cancel this one, then you have what? 3 out of what? 4. Now, we were told that g inverse of s is equal to what? G of negative 2, which implies that we are going to find what? The inverse of what? Inverse of g. Then we equate that inverse to what? To g of negative 2. Then we find the value of s. So when you have g of s to be equal to 5s plus 7, or dividing 3s plus 2, then we say that to find the g inverse, we say let what? Y to be equal to a g of what? S. So we have what? We have y to be equal to 5s plus 7 dividing what? Dividing 3s plus 2. At this point, we are going to interchange the value of what? S and y. You understand? When we take the value of s and y, then we find the value of our y back. So it will be what? S to be equal to 5y plus 7 all over 3y plus what? 2. Now, you cross multiply at this stage. Then you have s into bracket 3y plus 2 This will give us 5y plus 7. Expanding the bracket, you have 3sy plus what? 2s, or is equal to what? 5y plus what? 7. Grouping like 10, you have what? 3x, 3s, y minus 5y. When this one crosses, it becomes then is equal to 7 minus 2s. Now, factoring out y, we have what? Y is equal to 3s minus 5 is equal to 7 minus 2s. Now, you have to make y the subject again. Then you have what? You divide through by what? 3s minus 5. So when you divide through, you get what? 7 minus 2s, or dividing what? Or dividing 3s minus 5. Now, this is equal to what? Gene inverse of what? S, which will be equal to the function 7 minus 2s, or dividing 3s minus 5. But we were told that gene inverse of what? S is equal to gene negative 2. It means that this function 7 minus 2s, or dividing 3s minus what? 5 will be equal to gene of what? Note that gene of negative 2 is equal to 3 out of 4. So cross multiply, we have what? This one will come and multiply this 4 into bracket 7 minus 2s will be equal to 3 into bracket 3s minus 5. Expanding the bracket, we have 4 times 7 will give us 28 minus 4 times or 2 will give us 8x. That will give us what? 2 times 3 will give us 9s. 3 times negative 5 will give us what? Negative 15. Grouping like term, this one will come here, then 9s will come here, then 28 will go other side. Then we have negative 8s minus what? 9s is equal to negative 15 minus what? Negative 28. Simplifying them, we have what? We have negative 17s will be equal to this negative 15 minus 28 will give us what? That will give us 43. Negative 43. So to find the value of s, you divide through by what? Negative 17. Negative 17 divided by negative 17. S will be equal to, this negative go, so s will be equal to 43 all over 17. So this is the value of s that satisfies the equation given, or when gene inverse of what? S should be equal to what? Gene of negative 2. The value of s that will satisfy the equation is what? 43 all over 17. So our final answer will be what? 43 over what? 17. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.